In this lesson, we're going to learn how to create an interior light, as well as how to create light beam. If you open Light Editor, you can find all lights that you currently have in your scene. So currently, we have only one light that has been actually placed inside of the computer monitor. And then I'm going to go to Arnold and then choose the area light and then drag it up. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna place this area light outside of this room. Okay, actually close to the window. Okay, first of all, we need to rotate 90 degree. Okay, and then place outside of the window. Okay. Then you should resize this area light a little bit so that it fits on the window frame. Okay. All right, let's go inside of this room. Although the brightness is not strong enough, but we can still see the area lights on our Arnold render view. Okay. And then I'm gonna go to attribute editor and then I'm gonna increase that the light intensity. You may change like color if you want to, and then light intensity and exposure. Okay. So you can preview the lights in our Arnold render view. Okay. So I'm gonna select the directional lights. Okay. Remember we are utilizing two different types of lights. One was on area lights. Okay, the one we just created was the directional lights. So as you can see, this directional light casts a shadow on the ground, on the floor. Okay, keep rotating until you are satisfied with the shadow. If rendering takes you too much time, you may use this and a crop in a region to select just a part of your scene to save your time. Okay, I'm gonna mess around with these options in attribute editor, changing light intensity and color. Okay, you will need to spend some time until you get the right result. Some of you might notice that the edges of shadows are way too sharp and hard. Use the angles option over there. You can drag the slide bar left and right to get the smoother, more elegant shadow. Okay, and then don't forget to adjust shadow color. You don't need pure black, 100% in black for the color of shadow. Okay, next, in order to create a light beam, you will need to create another light, which is a spotlight. So you can rotate spotlight cone shape. Okay, this spotlight must be placed outside a window as well. Okay, I'm gonna drag this to the where our shadow is, and then hit T as in tango. It will create a target. Then drag the spotlights and place outside of a window so that the spotlight direct window. The target has been placed at the right spot. So you just bring your spotlights outside of the window. And then you may adjust the scale and the size of the spotlights. Okay. And then refresh another render view. Okay, we still don't see spotlights very well. And then next we need to go to render setting and go to Arnold Renderer tab. Okay, and try to find the environment and then click on the checkboard and then create AI atmosphere biome. And then I'm gonna go to Arnold Render View and Attribute Editor OC. Just increase the density a little bit, so now we can clearly see light beam, very strong in a light beam that the spotlights create. Then you can adjust color, intensity, attenuation. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to create lymph light. Okay, first of all, you should click and select the lymph. Okay, and then go to Arnold and choose mesh light. Okay, let's go to Arnold renderer. We don't see any light, although we already created mesh light for this lymph. So I'm gonna go to attribute editor and select or change color to a little bit yellowish one and click on light visibility. Okay, now we can see. Okay, it's now increased that light intensity and exposure. Look at that. Wow, exposure, yeah. Now we can clearly see that light, that lymph emit strong light. Okay, the refresh. Okay, let's create another lymph light. So you need to click and select the light bulb only. Okay, I think we need to separate that light bulb from the pole of this lymph. Okay, I'm gonna go to face mode and select the light bulb only, and then detach, and smooth, and then separate again. Okay, now we selected the light bulb only and the mesh light. Yeah, Arnold mesh light. Okay, so we already applied mesh light. We don't see any lights from. Yeah, it's as soon as you start adding some color. Ooh, too much. Yeah, I know this is a little extreme. Yeah, see, increase that exposures, the light intensity. Okay. Okay, this is pretty strong. Okay, now I'm gonna select the Lymph shade. Okay, hit 3 smoothing, and then I'm gonna increase the transparency in the volume a little bit, so that we can see it through. Yes. Okay, probably too much. You can lower the value of transparency. Okay, as you can see in our Arnold render view, say this light bulb emits very strong lights. Okay, I hope this video is helpful. Thank you very much.